My beard and body hair is feminine. Hang on a minute, body hair is not feminine. My body hair to me is just as beautiful as the embroidery you'd see on a dress. Hi, my name is Quinley Rose. I'm a bearded woman. I began my transition back in 2016 by first changing my name. Throughout the past 7 years, I've explored who I am, where I'm from, what my forms of expression are. I've really had time to explore who I am, but it's now who am I interacting with the world around me. Since growing and learning, I've been able to see role models who live as their highest, most authentic self. I want to try and share my journey here on TikTok. I'll take the bad with the good. I think representation is so important. As a baby tran, I saw that through drag queens, to see someone in bearded excellence and understand what it means to be pretty and to feel feminine in your body hair. That was really important for me. I'm not a drag queen. I want to see representation. I look forward to sharing my journey with you. My name is Quinley Rose. I'm a bearded woman.
I'm the bearded lady, but are you one of the freaks?
Now, I specifically brought up this point in yesterday's video, yet here we are again. If these fellas are going for the whole feminine look, why do they insist on keeping the facial hair and sweater chest? Why? It just doesn't make any sense. Well, there I go again, trying to make sense of the nonsensical. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I have a fairly crazy Clown World update for you guys today, and we're going to get right into it now. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment, here we have a biological male who identifies as a trans woman and calls himself a lesbian, who posted this photo with the caption, "It's been a while since I've seen or worn this top, and it looks adorable."
Surely you can't be serious.
Now, some of you may have heard the term gender fluid before, but you're not quite for sure exactly what it means. Well, good thing you're here watching this video today because you're about to find out. Roll it.
Gender fluid means your gender changes over time, so you could wake up one day and be a boy and wake up the next and be a girl.
That doesn't make sense.
How often would my gender have to change in order to be valid? However much it does for you. There's no one way to be gender fluid. If it changes however often it is, you're valid. I see a lot of gender fluid people use all pronouns, so is it okay if I don't think I'm all genders? You don't have to be all genders or use all pronouns. You could go from agender to bigender, man to woman, literally anything. Whatever you're experiencing is valid and correct. What if my pronouns or presentation don't change when I do? That is totally fine. Presentation doesn't equal gender, and again, neither do pronouns for a lot of people. You can do anything or use any of them regardless of how much you change. Whatever you're feeling is not wrong. If I'm gender fluid, am I also non-binary? Technically yes, but for a lot of people, labels make them nervous, so if you feel like there's too much going on, gender fluid is good enough.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
All right, real quick, before we go any further, I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're enjoying the videos, you like the content, you want to help support the channel, grabbing one of these t-shirts is a great way to do it. And here it is, the mugshot heard round the world. Well, the saying is the shot heard around the world, but as I always say, potato, potato, right? So here it is, the famous mugshot shirt, Revenge Tour 2024. Now, I know Mark Dice thinks his mugshot t-shirt is the best one on the interwebs, but Mark, I respectfully disagree with you, sir. Now, if you want a piece of history, there will be a link to the t-shirt in the description box below, and I also have some other very cool designs you can check out as well.
That is awesome!
All right, now, earlier in the video, and in yesterday's video, I made the point that a lot of these fellas, when they're going for the feminine look, they tend to keep their facial hair and their chest hair, and it just didn't make much sense. Well, maybe after an explanation from this trans woman, it'll start to make some sense. The comment says, "So can you just answer my question and not cry? How is it that you don't have to pass, but you identify as a woman? Roll it.
Because no woman has to pass, trans or otherwise. It's not our responsibility to satisfy your stupid views.
What the does that even mean? I don't even understand what that means. That sounds like some bullshit to me.
Well, turns out I was wrong, because that explanation didn't help out one bit. In fact, I think I'm a little more confused now after listening to that trans woman with the full beard than I was earlier, because I just don't understand why they don't shave. Anyway, next up, incoming Stitch. Is it fair to judge someone for being a Republican? Roll it.
Is it fair to judge someone for being a Republican?
Absolutely. If you are a Republican in today's society, you are a piece of challenge me on that, because I will win every single time. So yes, absolutely. You tell me you're a Republican, I am 100% judging the out of you for that. And guess what? We are not carrying on with this relationship. That is done and ceased and over, Okay, you and your mother.
She seems nice.
All right, real quick, we don't have any sponsors for today's video. If you would like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. I don't know what this is, but can we please get it off the screen? Oof.
What the f*** is this?
Alright, so in yesterday's video, we heard about fairy self-pronouns and what was the other one? Noun self-pronouns, I think, right? Today we have some new pronouns. Roll it.
Buckle up, everybody. It's time to talk about my pronouns. I use the pronoun set me, nem, near. Me, nem, near.
What are we, making up words now?
And it's a gender-neutral pronoun set. It's a neopronoun. The word neopronoun makes it sound like it's not been around for very long. My specific pronouns have been around for over 100 years. Neopronouns are not that new of a thing. We just came up with new words that fit us better. It's fine. An example of how to use them would be the sentence, Nee went to the market with near friends who love nem. Nee went to the market with near friends who love them. So that is nem over there. This is near room. I really liked nem. He was nice. Not all non-binary people like neopronouns. Not all non-binary people use neopronouns. It's just personal to me.
Ha! That's it! Hold it right there! Pronoun trouble.
All right, next up. So this young lady is going to ramble on for about 1 minute and 45 seconds. And she may sound smart, but listen to what she's saying. Now, a lot of times these people will tie literally everything back to systemic racism and white supremacy, and she's going to hit all the talking points and buzzwords. Roll it.
Proportionally impacts Black youth. Let's talk about it. According to the American Psychological Association, eco-anxiety is defined as a chronic fear of environmental doom, and that may include feelings of worry, guilt, shame, despair, and even hope. However, just as the climate crisis doesn't impact people and communities the same, neither does eco-anxiety. When we fully understand the relationship between social determinants of mental health and climate change, we begin to understand that the nature of a person's eco-anxiety is also informed by systemic factors that exacerbate the ways that it's felt and addressed. Communities of color, and particularly Black ones, are more vulnerable than white ones to sea level rise, wildfire, and heat waves linked to climate change. Black youth are more likely to reside in hotter regions that trap and radiate heat, have the highest asthma rates in the country, and are increasingly more likely to experience mental health illness, all while having fewer avenues to really access often life-saving resources, whether it be access to affordable health care or access to green space like tree canopy cover that can help mitigate extreme heat. When we couple contributing factors to mental health like poverty rates and white supremacy with generally worse exposure to environmental hazards and the climate crisis, we begin to understand how a racialized difference and eco-anxiety can emerge. And yet, in the midst of all of these disparities, Black youth continue to be sidelined and decentered in mainstream conversations around eco-anxiety, which really distinguishes this whole conversation as an environmental injustice. Because for Black youth, eco-anxiety isn't just a fear of having children in a climate future, it's also coupled with a fear of having children in an anti-Black world, period. In a world already failing to address a Black maternal health crisis, let alone a climate crisis.
I don't know what the you're talking about.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Alright guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I did not believe this next one when I first heard it, but it's absolutely true. Listen to what Canada just did recently. Roll it.
This just in, the government of Canada has issued a travel advisory for all LGBTQ travelers, stating that the United States is dangerous to visit. This is coming off the backs of anti-trans laws and anti-LGBTQ laws that have swept the United States.
Oh, you gotta be f***ing kidding me.
Really? A f***ing travel advisory to the country that put a pride flag on the White House and that flies pride flags in the U.S. embassies all around the world? Really? Anyway, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up on this one because I just can't take any more small doses. The brain age is just too much today. So we'll be wrapping it up with this person wearing a mask, sitting in a car by themselves. See what kind of advice they have. Clearly, things are getting crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
Dear cis people, if a trans person corrects you about their name and pronouns, do not give a long-winded explanation about why you f***ed up. Just apologize and do better. End of video.
I have only one thing to say. Go f*** yourself.
And you ain't black.